Are you tired of empty shelves or questionable food at your local food bank? You're not alone. Many viewers have shared their struggles with us, and we hear you. But don't lose hope, because there are more options out there than you might think. Now, of course, there are the usual government programs that can help you with food. These include things like SNAP, WIC, CSFP, Farmers Market Nutrition Programs, and more. We talk about these all the time on this channel, so please go check out our other videos if these terms are new to you. But if at the end of the day, or the month as it were, these programs don't seem like enough, there's no shame in needing more help. So if you're struggling to put food on the table, stay tuned. We're going to dive into many different effective food bank alternatives that might just be the lifeline that you need. Did you know that there are tons of places offering free hot meals right in your community? These are often called soup kitchens, and they're basically community-powered restaurants. They serve hot, nutritious meals to anyone who walks through their door, usually with no questions asked. Many are run by churches or other faith-based organizations, but you don't need to be a member to participate. Congregate meal sites are another option. These are specifically designed to bring people together over a meal. They're often located in senior centers or other community places. Some are limited to certain people, like seniors, but some are open to people of all ages. Besides the food, they offer a chance to socialize and connect with others in your community. During the summertime, there's a special congregate meal program that provides free food to children age 18 and under. These summer meal sites can offer free breakfast, lunch, sometimes even snacks for kids and teens. Sometimes you can pick up a bag of food to take home from these events. You can check with your local school district or Parks and Rec department for details. Sometimes there are even small grassroots groups that provide free meals as well. My family used to volunteer with a program called Free Hot Soup in our community. It's not run by an organization and it's not organized by a charity or anything like that. It's just a group of people who bring food down to the train station once a week. The food always changes, but we serve anyone who shows up and wants a meal. No questions asked, nothing needed, just show up and eat. Your community might have even more options, from church-run diners to pop-up food events. Sometimes they're a bit hard to find, so here's some tips to help you find the ones near you. Call 211. This free helpline can connect you with local food resources, including community meals. Ask community agencies. Reach out to your local senior center, churches, nonprofits for information. Look for signs, literally. Keep an eye out for flyers or posters advertising free meals. You can usually see these at community centers or places of worship. And don't be afraid to ask around and explore what's available. The most important thing is to get the nourishment that you need. And community meals can be a delicious and fulfilling way to do that. Your community may also offer some innovative ways to get additional food and other essentials for free. Bartering and sharing are age-old practices that are making a comeback thanks to online platforms and community initiatives. One of the most popular options is the Buy Nothing Project. These hyper-local Facebook groups are popping up in neighborhoods across the country. The premise is simple. You give freely and you ask freely. Members post items they no longer need, from food and clothes to furniture and toys. Others can then request those items, and everything is given away for free. It's a beautiful way to reduce waste, connect with your neighbors, and get the things you need without spending a dime. But it's not just about stuff. There are many bartering and trading groups that also facilitate the exchange of services too. So if you need a babysitter for a few hours, someone in your group might be willing to help. If you have extra tomatoes from your garden, you can offer them up and maybe someone will trade you some fresh eggs. I love the trading that happens in these groups. These groups tend to thrive on social media like Facebook and Nextdoor, but it's important to make sure that you always stay safe. These groups can be great resources, but you must prioritize your safety when joining them. Always meet in well-lit public places and communicate through the app or platform's messaging system. Trust your instincts, and if something feels off, don't hesitate to decline an offer or report suspicious activity or back out at the last minute. Your safety is paramount. Now, along those lines, there are many apps that have been created to facilitate this kind of sharing. And guess what? This is a win-win for everyone. Businesses can reduce waste, you can get great deals on food, and the planet is a little happier too. Let's start with some apps and websites that can help you get some extra food, whether it's completely free or deeply discounted. The exact offers in your area may vary, so you'll need to connect with these resources to get the local details. And of course, we've already talked about Buy Nothing groups. These local Facebook groups are all about sharing, and it's a great place where people can give away unwanted items, including food, for free. To find yours, go on Facebook and search for Buy Nothing with your city name. If you don't see one for your city, maybe try the biggest city near you and see if you can connect with that resource. Local food rescue organizations are another great option. These groups collect surplus food from businesses and distribute it to those in need. A quick Google search for food rescue with your city name should be able to help you find those organizations. Olio is another app that's gaining popularity around the United States. This app is like a virtual food sharing platform. People post what they have to offer. It could be anything from extra garden veggies to leftover party food. You browse the listings, contact the person making the offer, and you may be able to pick up that food for free. Too Good To Go is another app that can connect you with restaurants, bakeries, and grocery stores that have surplus food at the end of the day. For a few dollars, you can get a surprise bag filled with goodies at a fraction of the usual price. It's a fun and affordable way to discover new places and try different foods, but it is not free, just so you know. Flash Food is another great low-cost option. They partner with grocery stores, and this app offers discounts on food that's nearing its expiration date. You can find amazing deals on meat, produce, dairy, and more. So don't let good food go to waste, and don't miss out on these fantastic ways to save money on groceries. Now, of course, there are other options. Let's talk about something else that's popping up all over the country: community fridges and little free pantries. I've seen these popping up along roads, in schools, and even in our local mall. It's awesome. These hyper-local resources operate on a simple principle: take what you need, leave what you can. No sign-ups, no proof of income, nobody even looking at you when you drop food off or pick it up. Just neighbors helping neighbors. And it's a beautiful thing. So what can you find inside these fridges and pantries? It varies, but often you'll discover canned goods, essential staples, bread, snacks, and even personal care items. Sometimes you'll even find fresh produce, meat, or dairy. To find a community fridge or pantry near you, check out online maps like the one on changex.org or littlefreepantry.org. You can also ask around in your neighborhood, on local social media groups, or at your community center. Many of these initiatives are grassroots and rely on word of mouth, so don't be afraid to ask. Now, if you're feeling adventurous and want to get your hands a little dirty, foraging and gardening can be surprisingly rewarding ways to put fresh food on your table. It's like a treasure hunt for free food. Foraging is the practice of gathering wild edible plants like berries, mushrooms, greens, and nuts. And it's a great way to connect with nature and discover new flavors. But remember, safety first. It's crucial to properly identify plants before eating them, as some can be toxic. There are many resources available online and in libraries to help you learn about safe foraging practices in your area. You can also look for local foraging groups on social media platforms like meetup.com so that you can connect with a mentor who can teach you how to safely forage in your area. Gardening is another great way to get more food. If you don't have a backyard, it's no problem. Even a small patio or balcony can become a productive mini garden. Growing your own fruits, vegetables, and herbs can be incredibly rewarding and cost-effective. You can even get free seeds from local libraries, or you can buy them using your SNAP benefits as well. Many communities offer free or low-cost gardening programs and resources. You can look for community gardens where you can rent a plot, or workshops that can teach you how to get started. Some organizations even provide free seeds and starter plants. Whether you're foraging in the woods or tending to a tiny herb garden, these activities can supplement your food supply, help you save money, and provide a sense of accomplishment and connection to nature. Now, I know that foraging and gardening may not seem like the most exciting or even practical options, but let's be honest, this video is about how to get food without a food bank, and food banks are usually the first line of defense against hunger, so we had to get creative. It's not easy to find help that doesn't involve checking your local food bank first. We've heard from many of you about issues like long lines, limited selection, and sometimes questionable food quality at your local food bank. But here's the thing. Most of the time, food from food banks is perfectly safe to eat. Even the USDA has said that, quote, the dates applied to food are for quality and not for safety, end quote. This means that even if a product is past its sell by or best by date, it doesn't automatically mean it's gone bad or you shouldn't eat it. It's always important to use your senses and inspect food before consuming it. If something looks, smells, or tastes off, it's probably best to discard it. But most of the time, the food is going to be perfectly safe to eat after those dates. Just remember, food banks take food safety very seriously. They have strict guidelines for handling and storing food, and most have trained staff who inspect donations for quality. So while you should always be mindful of food safety, please don't let those expiration dates deter you from utilizing your local food bank. These banks play a vital role in addressing food insecurity, and with a little caution, you can access perfectly good food that would otherwise go to waste. Now, in our other videos, we've covered a ton of ways that you can save money and get free food. For example, everyone can get a free lasagna delivered every month through Lasagna Love. Go check out our other videos for details on that and other food programs that may be able to help you.